Hey there team, so today we've got a 3v3 on the grassy plains. We've got Linden by Tommy Wiseau, sent it in. Then we've got Manhood of the Way Plains, Canned, and over here we have Imladris played by Finrod. And on the opposite side, I think... Markwood? It's a bit of a yellowy green, but I think that's Markwood. Then Angmar and Arthedain. I would say Imladris, but no, Imladris is a little lighter. I believe that's Arthedain. Arthedain used to be black, but now it's this color. So, yeah, and it's definitely Angmar, I feel, because you can see from the balance of power, Angmar today has definitely brought some banner whites, which do skew, because as I say, the system views Barrow Whites as being godlike beings because of their hit points, and they're pretty damn good, but they're not quite as good as the game thinks they are. This is a very... Oh, that's funny. You zoom out a bit. I was like, how did Tommy get this line to be only like 1 rank deep? That's insane. But no, it's 2 ranks. It just happens to be that they get covered up at a certain height. Anyway, 2 units of Harland and Guard. Decent shield on them, of course, but still, you can't really skirmish too efficiently with them. You can skirmish, but you don't really want to, because they will die fast. Harland and Infantry, sorry, keeping their distance behind them. Mithlon pikes on either flank. Oh, actually, sorry, liar. Mithlon pikes. Oh, yep, Mithlon pikes on either flank, backed up by Nolder and Guard. Nice beefy shield and good armor on them. So yeah, that'll be dandy for these pikemen, and that's very powerful actually. Very, very tough combo to break through. Mithlon Marines, they'll be jumping in somewhere, probably in the back lines. Noldor and Blade Masters, Mithlon Lancers, and Horse Lords of Ulmo. Okay, balance. I really appreciate balance. Not too... Oh. Okay. Then 4 Linden Scouts and more Mithlon Lancers. Okay, balance, but with a very sturdy cavalry force, I'd say. And a real sort of lack of archers, which, I don't know. If that is Arthedain, I could see this working out. Yeah, sacrificing the archers, though, is going to be an issue. We'll see. And if Arthedain's got some good counters to cavalry, this could be a big issue. Manhood of the Way, anyway. Canned, he's got his wind blades. Double light cavalry. Nomadic Marauders. I love your formation. That's nice. Nomadic Marauders. Oh, wow, there were no rules. Oh, there were no rules. Okay, let's crack at this in a minute. Variag Warriors. In front of them, Nurad Halberds. Then Nomadic Raiders, and then 1, 2, 3 units of Hwacha. That's quite something. That's quite something indeed. Storm Guard there with the general in there, and Nomadic Marauders. Coming over here, Finrod looks like he's bringing his cavalry over. Oh, that's good. I like the coordination. You're gonna absolutely, I'm not gonna say a bad word. You're gonna absolutely slam somebody at the start. Gwethi Rockdoor here. Swords of Rivendell. Oh, upsie daisies. 0.1, please. Lots of Swords of Rivendell and Elder Rimway Spears, and yeah, Elder Rimway Swordmasters. Nice. Then Riders of the Brunnen and Elder Rimway Archers. Okay, so, well, we are on the defensive. We have to be... You're in the red limit so deep. You're so deep in the red limit. That's absolutely... I don't know, man. So... They're wanting to be defensive here because they've got the arty, but I don't think they've got the archers to do this. If the attackers, well, I guess they are going to be the attackers today. They're forced into it. If the opposing side panics, this could very... Oh, that's Dale. I'm such an idiot. What's causing that? Well, I guess the balance of power is being caused by the artillery. Anyway, and this is Numenor. Oh, of course it's Numenor. Anyway, Torres. Is got his Numenorean Vanguard, more Numenorean Vanguard, and Shield Guard, double steel bows, and pikes. Shield Guard, Brilligar Archers, Numenorean cohort there, and Royal Legion of Armenos. That's a shame because these steel bows, if he's a new player and he just leaves them on fire, well, to strike at the Harland Guard, I'll be upset. But it's just what new players do, you know. It's Dalian Cav, you know, he'll learn anyway. Dalian Cav, Dalian Spears, and Lake Town Infantry. Armor upgrades for the Dalian Spears? No, sir. Bardian Marksman, opening fire, Dalian Bows, and Bardian Marksman. Nice beefy line. Oh, no, not as beefy as I thought. Okay, dismounted Earls of Dale and Lake Town Pikes. Kind of cool. Okay. But still, the standard Lake Town pikes would be enough to get through most, and they'd outrange the halberds. Nurad halberds like, hey, I'm a really good quality halberdier from the Far East. It's like, hey, yeah, I grew up on a lake, but my stick is longer than yours. Stuff it. But yeah, Blackshot Dragon Slayers, and over here, Lake Dalian Spears, and Sword Masters of Esgaroth, Earls of Dale, then Camping Panta, whose name is far too long. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, Hiri Peng, then Iriek. Armor upgrades all around today, boys. Woodland Protectors behind, and Elven King Palace Guard, Blades of Eventuer, Elders of the Elven King, Huntsman of Amon Lag, Sindar of the Girdle, and some Ents. Okay, I need to ponder for a moment. So Stu's good. Stu's been around a while, and Stu shouldn't panic. This shouldn't mess Stu up. If Stu swap places with Torres, I could definitely see this being really bad. But Stu should handle this properly. The way that I would, well, actually, because you can just charge it. But the problem with, if you charge it, then Finrod is going to come around. But then Mirkwood here is going to come around the flank again. I don't know, to be honest. Because of course I'm sitting here with it paused. You know, Stu's not got this long to think about it. He needs to spread this out. This is not going to be fun. Anyway, let's see what he does. I'd say, for me, I would want to jump my archers forward, start rattling shots into probably the Hwacha crew. Because those nomadic raiders are not going to do anything to your Bardian marksman line. But saying that, do you really want to strike the Hwacha crew? They're going to get their ammunition out anyway. Do you just want to do a charge? But if you do a charge, that defensive line's actually, and I would probably, myself, I'd probably tank it. I'd spread my boys out, and I would just take the beating and rattle shots at them and just be like, he's not going to, unless you screw up, unless you do something wrong, he's not going to make his money back on all that. But we'll see how it goes. So Hwacha's opening up already. Definitely, I would be wanting to go for the main archer line. He is firing into the Hwachas. I accept that. I don't think that's a bad idea. Everybody's just taking a moment. Spread your boys out. Stu. Get him moving. He's got it really thin, but... Okay, we'll see. Open it up. Good shot there, Swordmaster. It's not very effective. But as I say, it's firing at its maximum range. Don't let it hit the cav. Don't get your boys sort of moved out a little bit, I feel. Okay, let's slow it down to 0.8. Wet powder makes misfires a certainty, boys. Nurad Windblade's coming on forward. Don't go into the pikes. Don't go into the stakes even. He's not going to. And he'll shoot those Windblades down because they lack a shield. They're very good in the fight, but you know, you got to get them in that fight. And maybe those spearmen need to be forward a little bit, just to watch out for any cavalry actions. Torres, please don't tell me you're firing. You are. That's okay, as I say. It's just... he will well, to be honest, as bad as it kind of is in my mind, he is already absolutely massacred. Tommy's already... Like, Tommy was already in, like, an archer deficit. That archer force is basically gone. But after 5 shots, Torres's archer... all of his archers are gone. Oh, shadow bows are here too. Yeah, so he's definitely a new player. Like I did this. When I played as Rudour for the first time, I had my Herenidane Rangers, and I just thought they were normal archers. I didn't know about body piercing, so I just had them on my front line. I wrecked shop. I can't deny that, but like still, it was an accident really. Hwacha's taking some damage, and what are we at generally percentage wise? Kind of down. But yeah, let's say Stu's doing the right thing. Okay, this is going okay. Imladris has straightened itself out. He looked like he was coming. Oh no, he's just leaving behind some scraps. Oh, I don't know if I'd leave behind these scraps though. The Elder Emway archers maybe just couldn't have made it away. They're trying to bolt, but the Ents. Oh, there's some dead deer here on the field. And Elder Emway Lancers, if they get a charge or 2 off on the Ents, that's a bad time, but doesn't look like they're getting a charge off. So good, it's going good for Panda here right now. Earls of Dale mixing up with the Nomadic Marauders, good stuff. They can even, damn, even a bit of friendly fire. Yeah, this is, yeah, definitely don't want to lose these 2 hit point units, but it's going to happen. Oh, damn, there's some hidden units here that are taking a beating. Get off. Oh no! You're hitting my Keldrin River Patrol. My very important units there. Yeah, that's okay. God damn it. Vanguard there. More Vanguard. Mythal Lancers. Oh, damn, he's gonna just javelin you down. You gotta... Thinking. Yeah, I'd probably just not take that fight. If I could avoid it, I wouldn't take that fight. You know what would be great to deal with those guys? Steel bows. But I think steel bows are pretty... I think he's realised. He's fired off a few shots and like, oh crap, these guys don't have much ammo. But hopefully he has seen how quickly they dissolve that line. He understands why they don't have much ammo. But still, Numenor is definitely... I would not recommend Numenor as a beginner faction. I would definitely, if you're a beginner, I would always sort of recommend the standard human kingdoms, or Erebor, really, like, because dwarves, even Khazad-dûm to an extent, because the dwarves, like, bad things happen to the dwarves very slowly. The way that I usually sort of describe it to people is, if you're going to lose as the dwarfs, you're going to lose slowly. If you're going to lose as an orc, you can lose very, very quickly. If you're going to lose as an elf, sometimes you can lose very, very quickly. But a dwarf, if things start going badly, your men are kind of good enough and they're healthy enough and they're well armored enough that you're at least able to tell what is going wrong. You might not be able to do anything about it, but for your next battle, you're like, okay, yeah, I lost that battle because of X. Like a guy charging down your Ents. Those Eldrimwe Lancers are getting their revenge here, but to be honest, those Ents are doing alright. They've been taking these charges, but they're backed up by some Earls of Dale. That's some good stuff. And, oh, sorry, Bing Bong from the team speak. Riders of the Brunnen, still raining hell. Receiving an armor upgrade, that's kind of cool. Pretty sure that's an armor upgrade for the boys. I don't play him ladders too much. What do we got in the middle of this force? Horse Lords of Ilmo, backed up by the Windblades, slammed into these boys. Oh, pikes have appeared. Were those pikes there before? Yeah, those pikes were there before. Oh, get the steel bows back behind the lines, my man. They're going to receive another charge here by the Windblades. Ay. Ouch. Another one incoming too. But yeah, Shadow Bows is firing up and over. I can see, you see, Torres is trying to protect his archers here. This is a very sort of, I understand this point of view, but you can tell that he's sort of a newer player because he's not really seeing that his archers are now firing straight up and over. But as I say, he's not actually doing too badly. You know, he's making a few goofs and a few mistakes, but all in all, he's not done terribly well. He's not he's not done terribly badly. Bardian Marksman here taking a beating still from these rockets, but those rockets can't have much ammo left now. And the crews have been absolutely dismantled, but I'm sure he won't care. And now the issue is, if Stu has used up just about all of his ammunition, he might not have much ammo to actually pour into the main line. These Variag warriors could do with dying, but yeah, alright. Interesting. Maybe it's not going to go too badly for our Candish friend. Ents, very sort of bloodied there with their red and sap. But if this Earl of Dale could catch them, no, he won't. Damn, if that Earl of Dale could have caught them, and then yeah, because this might be the end. Oh, well done, Ents. Yeah, it's annoying thing about charging units that are running away from you. Godflim just taking a beating from the Elders of the Elven King. Eldrimwe Lancers coming on in, very extended away from the entire army. If he gets a point blank shot, which he did, oh god, very cheaper sake. Eldrimwe Lancers just tanking that. But great armor, good shield, so they are able to do that. That's it finished? No more rocket launchers. I love that they are called, they are just called rocket launchers. There's still this one that's got ammo, but these ones are out. Okay. I think he's maybe out of ammo and he's just kind of like, hey, yeah, shoot at me, use more ammo. Or he's just trying to get I think he's trying to get a closer range shot. And the red team are lacking. Oh, he's pushing this one forward. Yeah, Numenor's a better target, I'd say. Oh, but I think they're out of ammo. Yeah, this one's out of ammo. Interesting. But he's probably got a good volley off from Numenor. Now the issue is, Tommy's lost a lot of troops, but I love that. Wow, Finrod has crossed the entire battlefield. You don't really see that very often. He's just pulled his entire army over here. What are we at percentage-wise? 10 for 15, so we are ahead right now. But I'd say a lot of our power was in those rockets, who I do not feel those rockets have really paid for themselves. That shocks me. The Mythalon Lancers are not getting eviscerated here by the Númenórean Vanguard. Wow. Okay, I guess they got off a really good charge. That was why. Okay, they're dying off really quickly now. Yeah, probably same here. But I think that the blue side are just trying to deal with what's left of the red side's cavalry. Oh, good. So now that the artillery is basically done, they are forming up on each other's flanks, which is good. Torres can start sort of taking cues from what Stu does, a more experienced player. Woodland Protectors, they've not used up any of their ammo, so that is good to see. But neither have the Nomadic Marauders over the way. I just sort of jerked my head to the right side, like, hey, yeah, look, they're over here. You guys can't see that. Ents. Oh, Gotland, smash. Oh, Gwaithir, get off that horse, bitch. Bam. Come on. Bam. Good stuff. Oh, I've not taken a bloody screenshot, have I? Oh. Get him. Get him. Get him. Good. That's fine. I don't think I'm going to take a screenshot of like the 3 Hwachas at the start. Maybe we can get a good shot of this Hwacha still firing, and the crew shows that it's bloodied. It's like, oh yeah, we've been fighting. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Cool. Probably still use the ends. Anyway, Hwacha. Ooh, yeah. If you can strike at the Númenórean cohort, that's who you want to go for, I feel. Yeah, now that the boys kind of have Cav supremacy, they've got the Vanguard there, but the Horse Lords of 15 Horse Lords of Ulmo will take on those guys. They'll take a loss or two, but not many. Good bit of fire coming in. Shield Guard there doing it. Númenórean cohort. Belagar Archers probably firing in. Steel Bows, do you still have ammo? If you do, Horse Lords of Ulmo, bring them down. They lack a shield, so it's like rip in peace. Oh wow. Running away, but I guess that's a big blob of troops, so it's quite scary. Nomadic Light Cav, this is... Oh, Vanguard there, trying their best. They'll kill off a few, as I say, but that's it. Dalian Cav, Lancers, not really, Stu doesn't want to send his Lancers into a dying fight. Oh, come on, boys, don't do this. Just point blank firing into the Belagar pikemen. Yeah, chase them away or something, man, with the Númenórean Shield Guard. But as I say, it's just, he has done pretty damn well. But the boys have seen now, like, Torres is going to go down, and Torres probably won't kill a huge amount here. But if they can swamp on forward and grab Khand and just wipe out his infantry force, and then form a new army together, that could be very effective. And I think they're going to do that. And we'll have to see if Manhood either tries to stand his ground or does he just leave some troops in behind. No matter what, those Stormguard aren't making it. Stormguard are getting swallowed up. Hwacha crew gone. But as I say, they were, they've served their usefulness. They are not really. I think this guy's unarmed. Do they just punch in melee? Can we see this? What do they use? Oh, they take out little axes in melee. Yeah, I love their like blades they've got on their sides here. But yeah, the lumbermen just hacking through them. That's good. Pretty brutal, but just getting the job done. Torres still standing, and he's keeping his Númenórean cohort safe. As I say, the Belagar pikes would be nice to get them in the fight, but if you can't, you can't. Steel bows here, taking a bit of a beating, but they're out of ammunition. These steel bows? Nah, they're out of ammo too. But they basically become cohort at this point. So what worries me for the red team is just the still powerful forces of the blue team's Cav, and they've decided to screw that, and they're going all in. Now Torres needs to move. He needs to converge on this attack, which hopefully the boys are in good communication and they will let him know that is needed. The Windblades are going to pursue those Dalian Cav. That's what they're good at. So those Dalian Cav need to get the hell out of there. Oh, they're coming in for a charge of the Swords of Rip. That's bold. That's really bold. Oh, it paid off. Jeepers sakes, Stu. I wouldn't have done that. It's too risky for me. But yeah, Lake Town Pikes, as I say, outranging the Nurad Halberds. The Nurad Halberds will have some good success early on, but it will settle as a good thing for the pikemen. Sorry, once again, Team Sweet Bing Bong. Yeah, it's not going too bad, but I guess they've got that flank. Mirkwood coming screaming on down to these eastern men. Nomadic Marauders hurling their javes. Who are we going into? Definitely not something that the Dismounted Earls of Dale want cracking into them. If you're hitting a pikeman, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Riders of the Bruinen coming on out now. Still firing their arrows. And we don't have too much. Well, yeah, hopefully Mirkwood has some Artillery Peng to rattle into them. 24 for 27, so red team is climbing it back. With all this arrow fire, Nomadic Marauders, that might change things, but we do have javelins to hurl back at them. Torres is coming up. Good man. Now he needs to do so in a careful fashion. Oh, right, okay. Tommy has set up. I think, to be honest, Torres kind of has to get stuck in and just fight. Tommy. Because even if he loses, he just basically holds all of these troops in one area, and he's good. And he gives his allies some time to have basically a 2-on-2. You know, so even if he doesn't win his 1v1, he lets his allies have a fair fight. What are they? Oh, damn! There's still some Numenorean. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Very cool. Yeah, it's been a while. You don't see that too much anymore. You really don't. Yeah, Numenorean Vanguard are still around, so that's good. They can catch a cavalry force. Shield guard. This is good. This is some good action here. Actually, he's guarding his right flank from cavalry. You know, so let's see. He knows what he's doing. I think he's just new to Reforged. That's it. He's not new to Total War. As I say, we get a lot of these guys that do come from the other Total War games, and they have one or two kind of shaky games. But then once they get to the grips with everything, it's fine and dandy. Good push from Mithlon Pikesers and the Swords of Rivendell are alongside them. Ah, damn, these lumbermen not really able to stand up against it. Blackshot Dragon Slayers are here though, and once they get toe-to-toe with a lot of that Lake Town infantry, hopefully they get their ammunition used up. Point-blank fire into the Swords of Rivendell is not a bad way to use that ammo. Or even the Harlanden infantry. That's some good stuff either way. Oh dear, yeah. The front line, though, is being battered by the Imladris reinforcements. Kildren River Patrol out of ammunition. Not what we want to see. These guys, damn, out of ammunition too. But still, it's manpower on the front line, which might just be enough. Ah, damn, javelin fire coming in. Swordmasters of Esgaroth, hopefully they don't take a shot. Okay, good. It's coming in, still coming into the pikes and such. But yeah, just overwhelming charge here. Oh god, Eldrimwe Archers, where are you from? Brunner River Wards, sorry, not River Wards, Riders of the Bruinen. Huriek here, in Shield Wall. I thought they were in Skiltron. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? But Finrod is trying it, coming in for some charges against them. It's going okay, actually. Ouch. Ay. That really does hurt. But part of the unit's all the way over here, so it's a tough situation there for Mirkwood. It's really sort of not too easy to give those sorts of orders then. Woodland Protectors chase them on out. Pursuing the nomadic... Oh, these guys have all broken. That's a big route. But the problem is they'll come back, and there's no cavalry. Even if we just had like a few cavaliers just chasing these guys away, slamming into the spearmen there, grabbing a few more of them, then that's great. But Variag Warriors, yeah, actually taking a real beating from the Dalian Spears. Good stuff. But still, this is a swarm of cavalry that is emerging. Where we're at 55 for 57. Where are they going to go, I wonder? Just a beefy number of cav. Lake Town Infantry, oh, they're doing well. Well, I guess it's side by side with the Black Shots, but once those pikes start mincing into the Black Shots, that's going to change things. I don't know what I would do there. But they've got some Black Shots in amongst the pikes, so that will beat their way through them. Shield Guard there, yeah, Mithlon Pikes. Sure, they're being ordered to move through. Oh god, yeah, okay, the rest of the unit. Oh, right, okay, cool. So this is what I thought was the best thing for Torres to do, and of course it's not going too well for him. But he's just got to hold their focus. Royal Legion of Armenelos will kill a lot of these guys too. I'm surprised it's actually so bad for him all the way across the line. I guess it's maybe just some charges and some shots from the cavalry. Good, he is firing at these guys. Steel Pose coming forward there. Yeah, just mince the Forlinden scouts. Cool, they turn into spearmen in melee. It's nice. Forlinden boys do like their spears. Oh god, ouch. Linden do like hybrids altogether. But yeah, good stuff. Bring into the side there. You won't have too much to defend in a minute, so might as well just reinforce the front line. Ah, good. It's a lot better, but for Linden's scouts, just still there, beefy as hell. But Belagar archers are mincing through them bit by bit. Once, at some point, they're going to reach that front line, they're going to break, because there's going to be too many scary Numenorians there. Damn, Mythlond pikes just able to sort of stun lock these guys. Charging in and out, even into a great quality unit like the Blackshot Dragon Slayers. Cavalry can do some good damage. Oh my god, they're getting butchered. Good fire coming off the backs of those guys. Nomadic like Cav taking Elge the Elven King fire. Yeah, he just needs to kill Cav. What are the Wardens going for? This is not AP fire. I used to always think the Warden fire was AP. It's not. It's just very, very high damage. So yeah, coming in right into the backs of these Elven infantrymen is probably a decent use of it. 70 for 72. We're still ahead. Blades of Emendwyr. Oh, fighting alongside the Hiri Peng, yeah. Oh dear. Linden is down to half of their boys. And as I say, this is why it was so important for Torres to come flying forward the way he did. You know, because this sort of, you know, arguably a 2v2, a very weakened one-side 2v2, has been able to work out in favour of the red team. Just because Torres has kept Tommy's attention. Noldor and Blade Masters, though, they're going to put a stop to this real quick. Anywhere they go, there's nothing that can stand against them. If there were the Pharazim Sword Masters, they can give it a good go. The Royal Legion, though, has been fighting for a long time now. There's still 56 Royal Legion, so that's not bad. But no, the 56 Royal Legion are not quite capable of dealing with the Blade Masters. And yeah, good stuff. Torres is pulling out a unit of Numenorian cohort. Just keep them back. Ah, damn! Still, they managed to connect that charge, and that'll be the end of Torres. And Tommy's still got a decent amount of boys. These archers are going to be able to focus fire on a few things. They'll kill off a good bit more, to be honest. But how many men do the red team still have? The red team need to be done as well. By the time Tommy turns up, the red team need to be finished, and I don't see that happening. Elder Emwy Spear's not going to go down quietly. Wardens of Amon Lank, though, hey, an axe, a big axe from a Warden of Amon Lank might make you go down pretty quick. Still firing into the Gwathi Arthand. They're sturdy enough to resist that, but in their weakened state, the Wardens of Amon Lank might be just the ticket to deal with them. And overhead shots, of course, when you've got an Elven Archer of this quality, you can shoot just up and over quite nicely like that. So that will just help turn the tide a bit for the Wardens of Amon Lank. Blades of Emendwyr still here. Just tying up those guys. Oh, I was just zooming over here. I think that's Dale's general taken out, but Dale's kind of done. Yeah, damn, those Swordmaster of Esgaroth were killing a few more guys here. Hopefully the black shots stay in the fight. 8. Ah, damn, they were broken there. They would have definitely killed a few more elves. And that's, yeah, the balance of power is switched quite heavily there now with the death of that general. Coming screaming on in. Yep, Gwathi Arthand just entirely surrounded. It's now just a case of Camping Panda wants to defeat the last of Imladris before Linden can organise and come at him. And it's just the Royal Legion of Armenelos trying to hold out. Blade Masters, the Elder of the Elven King, will be able to fight them, but they're not going to be able to beat them. So we need them to take a bit of a beating here, and the Royal Legion, surrounded as they are not going to be able to do that. Shield Guard running there. I don't think Torres has anything more on the field. So once those Royal Legion are defeated, that's it. Running on back here. Ooh, Gwathi Arthand. Yeah, just absolutely swamped. Elf kinslaying going crazy now. As the axes of the Wardens mixed in with the spears of the Hiriek, and just the blades. You know, the blades of Emendwyr, I don't know. Just messed it up. Oh, some nomadic raiders, sorry. I don't know where they're going. What are you doing with these guys, dude? Chasing somebody? I don't know. They've still got their bows. So they can actually, you know, 107 guys firing off a few volleys. That can hurt. But I don't know what they're trying to do. I guess they're just wanting to wait here until Linden clashes in and then they can attack. If they come in too early, it might just be over for them. Huri Peng, oh dear. Huri Peng and Woodland. Ooh, wow. Yeah, okay. Eldraine Archers are over here. I think Finrod might be AFK. But still, made contact. Yeah, the Huri Peng are going to be necessary here. But to be honest, up against Eldraine Archers, even with the armor upgrade, I don't think the Huri Peng can take him. I don't know, we can be hopeful for the Huri Peng, but either way, there's not going to be too many men stepping away from that fight. And now that the Imladris men are dealt with, Camping Panda can start to stretch on out and prepare for the movements of Linden. Linden's still got a few scraps of Harlinden infantry. Some pikes. Pikes in the late game can be amazing, especially your enemy can't be shooting them down. Noldoran Guard, great stuff to see. Pikes, more and more pikes. Mythalon Marines, if these guys still... Oh, frick, they've still... Oh no, they're done. They're done. I thought if they still had javelins, that could have been curtains for Mirkwood. But they are done. Noldoran Blade Masters coming on forward too now. So, what is the Camping Panda going to try and do here? Those Blades of Imendure can go toe-to-toe with, you know, the scraps of the Harland Infantry, no problem. But the Noldoran Guard are going to be too much for them. And there's no more shooting coming out of these guys. Yeah, no more arrows from the Elders and no more javelins from anybody else. So it's going to be an elf versus elf melee brawl. Ooh, okay, Palace Guard with that armor upgrade. Blade Masters, we have a worthy opponent, I would say. Especially the armor piercing from the Palace Guard. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Panda? Oh, I see. Backstab. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, Woodland Protectors on one side. A backstab from the Huri Peng. Okay, he definitely wasn't AFK. He did give an order to sort of attack there. But no, okay. Still, I think my money's on the Eldraine Archers when they kind of... That wasn't an amazing charge because like a few guys just pushed out. But we'll see. Surprised he's Riders of the Brunin. Like, that's just what makes me think he's AFK. Or he's maybe left the game. By the way, he will still be a nuisance. Yeah, Tommy is using his scraps well. Just send them out of the flanks. Don't use them in the beginning because they won't really be too useful in the beginning. Just use them to flank around and basically force. Like, Panda's going to have to keep something in reserve because he knows that you're going to come at him with the scraps. So he can't send everything in forward at once. Marines, Noldoran Guard, Blade Masters there. Marines again. Marines are just about, they're swordsmen. They're good infantry and melee. Good elves. Palace Guard could just chew through them though. So it's going to be interesting what the players do with their elites here. Do they use their elites to just swamp through fodder? Arguably fodder. Or do they try to get their elites to fight the opposing team's elites? Elder the Elven King going toe-to-toe with the Noldoran Guard. Yeah, something's got to do that. And then Wardens of Amon Lank fighting alongside the Huri Peng up against those Noldoran Guard. Where are the Blades of Imendure? They're hiding somewhere. Interesting. These Harland Infantry are coming on through. So as I say, the Blades of Imendure need to be countering that. We cannot allow... Oh, great. Good stuff. A nice sort of Battle of the Titans here, which we were hoping for. The Noldoran Guard going toe-to-toe with the Palace Guard. Noldoran Guard actually winning comfortably there, and especially when this counter charge comes into their backs. That is not going to be fun for the Palace Guard. Oh, Palace Guard actually start turning that around. I think it's going to go back and forth, but still, they are going to be defeated there. It's just a case of how long it's going to take and how many of the enemy are they going to take with them. Woodland Protectors losing overall on the left flank. Elven King Palace Guard struggling up against the Noldoran Guard, but winning. Over here, now that the pikes have arrived, the brute force of the Wood Elves is kind of dying. Where are those blades? What did you do with these guys, man? I don't know. I think they were maybe just chasing away some archers or something. Damn. I was hoping they would pop out of nowhere, but nah, man. I think they've missed their chance. By the time they arrive, they're going to be tired, and it's going to be over. How is this archer duel doing? Yeah, Elder Way archers, just they're Elder Way archers at the end of the day. The Hiri Peng are fantastic, especially as I say with that armor upgrade, but they're not built for this. So I think even being a bit outnumbered, those Elder Way archers are going to win the day. But there's not really going to be many of them. Coming on back, because this is where, as I say, where the most of the fighting is happening. Blades of Emondor are coming on in hot now, though. Elders of the Elven King down to 38 men. Oh, Noldoran Blade Masters done with the Palace Guard, coming on to the back of the Elders. Good counter charge, just to try and mince through a few of them. General down now. The Elven King himself slicing on into the pikes. The pikes, if the pikes do get properly sorted, but being that heavily outnumbered, pikes just are not able to set up properly. The blades will be able to pierce on through and start slicing them apart. But it is just a final stand for the Wood Elves now. Coming on over here. Oh, Hiri Peng might actually win. Cool. But yeah, probably jump at 2 times speed. Overall, pretty damn close. What did we get to? Yeah, 91 for, yeah. I was pretty chuffed with that. I think we definitely had 2 new players. One on either side. So it wasn't a case of like, you know, this cannot really be just blamed on like having a new player. Because, you know, hey, we had the triple Hawacha strat, which is certainly not very tried and tested. But I think that both players, even though they were clearly a bit newer, showed that they had a lot of skill. They had a lot of like experience with Total War in general. Just probably a bit of, you know, naivety in terms of actual units and their capabilities. You know, it was using the steel bows a bit too early. I'll cover that when I go through them individually, though. Actually, first we will go through the kills of Tommy. Blade Masters, good stuff. Yeah, we always knew they would do very well. Very, very good up against the Palace Guard. But I would have loved to have seen what would have happened if we didn't get a backstab into the Palace Guard. How would have that ended? Noldoran Guard, they're elite units in their own right. I often see Linden Linden players actually putting their general inside the Noldoran Guard instead of the Blade Masters, and I think he's pretty damn safe there, you know. Mithlon pikes, but it means you can't really use your Noldoran Guard as freely, of course, but you can use your Blade Masters maybe. Anyway, pikes there, well used. Yeah, good stuff to have them. It's definitely a thing that boosts Linden up. These are solid but numerous pike units. You know, Mladris does have solid pikes, and freaking heck, Lothlorien does, but they don't have as many of them. Harlingen Guard there, very nice, 126 for those boys. Marines, good that they got to use up most of their ammunition on Numenorians. Horse Lords, and the Scouts. Scouts did very well. Mithlon Lancers, unfortunately, did have to fight up against the Vanguard. But securing cav supremacy was clearly a big deal for the blue team, so that was why they had to be sacrificed. And the Harlingen infantry at the bottom there. So these are Harlingen Guard, yeah, of course. One of the Harlingen Guard, of course, just getting minced by steel bows right at the start, and only really racking about a few kills. As for Tommy's play in general, yeah, no disagreements. I think he did everything right. I love the whole sort of immediately everybody turning to slam at the Dale and Mirkwood forces, and then sort of stopping to turn and face Numenor as he started sort of switch and approach. But yeah, overall pretty good, and definitely sort of I was a bit worried about the lack of archers, but I can understand up against Numenor for sure. You just can't really get through their armor, or it's a Belagar unit, which to be honest is not bad. It doesn't have bad armor and usually has a shield too. But you know, so you don't really want archers. You'd prefer your cav. And yeah, manhood of the way. Pretty bold strategy with Artie. It turned out not to be too bad, of course, but Stu definitely did counter it properly. I definitely think it's a bit risky to get. I think getting multiple pieces of artillery in a field battle can be very risky. I think unless you really are careful and know what you're doing, I think taking any artillery to a field battle can sometimes go badly. But all in all, went not too bad, I'd say. And yeah, racked up a few kills. Didn't do as bad as I thought it would, for sure. Then Finrod there, I loved how mobile he was. You don't often see that in a 3v3. You really, he was just like, yep, nah, I'm not going to fight Mirkwood. I'm just going to go around. Wasn't as organized a push a movement as I was hoping for, because there was definitely a few units caught toward the start of the battle, but all in all, not bad. And really sort of trusting in Imladris's quality to see him through, and kept using his mobility throughout the battle too. So all in all, pretty damn good stuff. Camping Panda, yeah. The N3 is pretty nicely, to be honest. Smashed down a lot of cav, which is always risky with them. Poor Sindar got shot a bit, I think, but that's just the risk with Sindar, and that's the risk with every Mirkwood cav. They just don't have shields and don't have armor, so that's the way it goes. Then, actually, sorry, did he have Huntsman too, or did he just have Sindar, or did he only have Huntsman? I can't quite remember. Sorry about that. But yeah, all in all, not so bad. And what happened with the blooming Blades of Inventory, dude? Why were they running off over there? Were they chasing off the nomadic raiders? I think that's the only thing I can think of. But I think it's probably a case if they were just given an order and then it's like, oh crap, they're all the way over there. I don't think it would have changed anything if they were there. I think it would, but I think it would have made it a lot more even, I'd say, because as I would have used them to to guard the backs of the palace guard, to stop them from being rear charged, and but yeah, it wouldn't have sorted the day. It would have just sort of made it a little bit better. Stu, yeah, did the right thing. Just letting him use up his ammo. Because when I bring artillery, I don't bring artillery, but when I do, it's only ever to make the enemy attack me. I'm not actually relying on the damage. I just want them to attack me. I want to be defensive, and that was clearly Manhood built his army to be defensive, and Stu was just like, yeah, okay, sure, use your ammunition. I'm gonna just let you, and then shoot you. So maybe I wouldn't be nice if there was a bit more, archers from Stu, but he did have quite a lot. All in all, went not too bad. And Torres, I definitely don't think that was a bad first few battles. Just Numenor's a tough one. It's you've got to know what your units are all about. And had we had more Belagar archers in place, well, I only ever like to take one steel bow myself, because I use my steel bows as a very special unit. I strike down knights with them, or I strike down a very important enemy infantry unit with them, like say the Blade Masters. I mean, imagine if Tommy was coming at you and you just slammed even one good volley right into the face of his Blade Masters. It would have been horrifying for him. That's why the steel bows are so powerful. But no, as I say, it's just mistakes are made. It's what happens when you play an army you're not used to. That's why, if I played as Lothlorien, if I played as Imladris, even, I don't really know Imladris, I would make mistakes with their army because I don't know it. This is not for Torres, this is just for general people. As I say, I usually recommend new players try to play their first few battles with Erebor, with Erebor, or with I'd love to say Gondor, but I don't really know. Yeah, I'd say Gondor's definitely not a bad shout. Erebor, Gondor, and yeah, just try and muck about with them because they're nice and beefy and armored, and you're not going to die too quick, so you should be able to get some good work done with them, and learn why you're making mistakes. But Numenor went all right there. And we will dab out. So thanks, guys.